everybody. Welcome to the YouTube Lead Gen Show, hosted by Christina Smallhorn and myself, Malcolm Lawson. Christina and I have generated millions of views, hundreds of thousands of subscribers, most importantly, hundreds of thousands of dollars in commission from our real estate YouTube channels. And on this show, we mastermind about using YouTube in our real estate businesses. Christina, how the heck are you today?
I am dandy, getting ready for the Easter weekend, doing a little bunny stuff. I'm obsessed. I don't know if you've seen those Cadbury eggs. You know, the not the cream eggs, but they have these Cadbury, like almost like M&M's eggs, and they only come out at Easter time. They're addictive. And so I bought like the last of the bags that were at the Walmart. I'm going to see if they have any at the other place, because I'm so obsessed with them. They're going to be gone, and they only come out once a year. So
no, I've not seen those, luckily. Yeah, I think Easter is a weird holiday. I've always thought it's just such a weird holiday with you have a giant bunny and hiding eggs. I just never really understood that. But
all holidays are weird. Every single one of them. I mean, like, think about it. You have this creepy dude in a red suit that's watching you year round to make sure you're good so you can get a gift. I mean, that's creepy too.
Right. Like if we had an alien come down, we had to explain these stories to an alien about us. It'd be a little weird. All right. So today we're doing, anyway, we get down that rabbit hole. I think today we're going to do, what are we doing today, Christina?
We are going to look at other people's channels. We're going to do a quick channel review. There was a ton of people that have put in their channels for a quick channel review. And we're going to try to bust through as many as possible. They will not be super detailed, channel reviews, but we're going to give you like a once-over, a glance over of what we think you should be doing to improve just a little bit. And that's good because it gives you a starting point. Because if you try to take on too much at one time, your brain feels like it's bleeding.
Right. And if you guys have any questions about YouTube, by all means, ask them down below. So let me go ahead and share my screen. We'll jump right into this. So
in the main group too, or is it just in the which group is this in? Because
so it should be in the real estate YouTube mastermind group as well as RETV.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Do you see it in there? You should see it in there.
Oh, I'm not logged in. My husband logged me out. So I wasn't sure if that was in the main group or just in the other one. So look, do you want to start with the first one?
So we made a post the other day asking for you guys to share your YouTube channels. We got tons of people wanting feedback and reviews of their channel. So we'll start with this very first one right here. Robert, I think I've got him pulled up right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So
let's take it from the top.
Yeah, you go ahead. You can start. What do you think?
Okay, so I believe their channel banner is too cluttered with a lot of words, too many words. There's no value proposition. Like living in Southwest Florida, then you have Naples area's real estate channel. Okay, so you have your name of your channel is there. The value proposition is what? Living in Southwest Florida. I would say you need to have a stronger value proposition for the person that was watching the channel. The picture is really good. I like that. But then there's all these words: serving Naples, Fort Myers, Bonita Springs, blah, blah, blah. Then you have your email address. Then you have your phone number. Then I would take all of that nonsense off there, because if people want to find you and your content is good enough, they're not even looking at your channel banner. They're actually looking in your about section to find all that information. I do like the subscribe over to the right there where it says subscribe here, and it has their Facebook, LinkedIn, and their website. I would take that down to like maybe just two of the most popular ones that you have, because you're trying to keep them on that platform as much as possible. You don't really want them to leave YouTube until you get that YouTube channel really built up. Then you can take them and direct them to other social media sites. But if it was me, I would just stick to your website and your YouTube channel for them to subscribe.
Yeah. So
what do you think?
I agree with all that as well. I think that this is a little cluttered. You got a lot going on there. And yeah, like Christina pointed out, I like putting the value proposition in there. So it's very clear why they should subscribe to your channel. Let me get your, so you like that he has the subscribe button here. I'm actually not wild about that. And the reason why I'm not, because you literally have a subscribe button that's even bigger right below it. You know, I've never really quite understood why people, I do see a lot of people doing that though, where they have subscribe and then another subscribe button right below it. I like making this big one, a link to your website, you know, that's kind of the purpose, is to generate leads. And that's what I do a lot of times, is I'll have a link to website here instead of another subscribe button. What's your thought on posting the posting schedule on your channel banner?
I personally don't like it, because just like anything, we're human beings, and sometimes you don't put out a video each Tuesday. You know?
Right.
So I love when I click on a channel where they're like, new videos every week, and they haven't posted in 3 months. You know, it cracks me up. And then all of a sudden they have another post. I'm like, what happened to your every week that says on your banner? You know, unless you know for sure, there's no reason to do it. That was a thing a few years ago that people were like, oh, make sure you let people know how often you post. If they like you, they will subscribe. They're going to get used to when you post. If you don't post, they're going to be like, is there no video today? You know, but I wouldn't put your schedule on there. I mean, and like, I think it works for like people that vlog all the time, but I don't necessarily think it's, you know, people are sitting on pins and needles. Can't wait for our next pros and cons video. That's just,
yeah, that's how I look at it as well. I think it just kind of clutters up everything. You know, you could, like, if I were to come here and look at your channel, my eyes don't know where to look. I don't know what I should be reading first. And I mean, I'd probably read the biggest text first, which is new video each week and subscribe. And not really, you know, I'd kind of gloss over all the small text here. So yeah, I do like having a value proposition right there, dead in the center, just to make it a little bit easier for people to understand. You do have almost 1,000 subscribers though, man. Congrats on that. That's pretty good. All right, what are your thoughts on the thumbnails here? I already know what you're gonna say.
What am I gonna say?
A very small face in them. He's kind of using the same exact picture over and over again. I can't even really read the text in a lot of these things.
There's too much text. Like, why are you repeating the title of the video in the thumbnail? That's like rule number one. Never do that. Because the thumbnail is supposed to captivate the person to want to click. So like power words like wow or OMG or who knew, those are like the words that you want to add to a thumbnail. If you can convey what your title is about in an image completely, one image, those work better. I mean, that's when you really won the thumbnail game, when you can do that. Now, like everybody knows about the rule of thirds, you know, your thumbnail should be 1, 2, 3 panels. And so if you're going to use your image should take up at least 1/3 of that thumbnail. And your image is like this. It's like, it's so tiny. If you can't see the whites of your eyes, then you lost. You know, they say you have to see the whites of your eyes because that's the windows to the soul. That's a Jeremy Vest thing.
I like that. I definitely agree that if you're going to put your face in there, make it large enough that you can see the whites of your eyes. Like this thumbnail right here, for example, like you have all this extra space right here that you could have just made your face a lot bigger.
Or take your face off altogether.
Right.
I mean, like, make the star of the show, which is obviously the house, the star of the show, instead of kind of making this puny picture of yourself.
Truthfully, you have to do a little research as well. And you'll notice that a lot of the video tours of properties that do well, a lot of times it's just a picture of the house as a thumbnail. There isn't a lot of text. There isn't a face or anything. It's just the house. Those are what do really well for that those style of videos. This one's good. I like this. That's
probably my favorite one.
Yeah, like that's good, man. Make more like that. And 143 views about pickleballs. Like that's not bad at all.
I would have, if it was me though, I would have like, there's still too many words. So I would have been I would just put pickleball and, you know, pickleball and then put Naples, Florida. So then it would have been, because you already have it in the title. Where can I play pickleball?
So he's doing something that I know you don't like.
I can't stand it. I don't know why that's a thing.
So with the titles?
Yes. Hate it.
He essentially double titles. He's got 2 different titles in his video. Pickleball courts in Naples, Florida. Where can I play pickleball in Naples, Florida? Pickleball, Naples, Florida. Oh no, he's keyword stuffing.
Stuffing. This is probably why this video didn't do well, because YouTube does not like when you keywords. They know exactly what you're doing. They know exactly that you are trying to keyword stuff the hell out of that title. You have 3 titles there. There's just too much. It's just too much. You could have put all of that verbiage and wording in the first 2-3 sentences of your description and done much better. And then if you had done that title, like, where I can play pickleball in Naples, Florida, or the most fun you can have playing pickleball in Naples, Florida. The most fun you can have in playing pickleball in Naples, Florida. That is a good title. This is word vomit.
Right.
Like, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people think that kind of stuff helps with SEO and helps you get your videos more exposure. The best thing that you can do to get your videos to perform better is not keyword stuff, not optimizing for search. The best thing you can do is make it a clickable title and clickable thumbnail. Get people to want to click on your videos. And when you make a title like that, or really it looks like a lot of these, they're not, again, you got 3 different titles here. That's not, the human being isn't going to see that and be like, wow, I have to click on that. The human being is going to read that like, what the heck is this? Fort Myers real estate, houses for sale in Fort Myers homes for sale. What human being would see that and want to click on that title? So, I mean, I think that's a big thing, right? That's a simple thing right there that you could do to really help your channel out, is go back and redo all your titles. Have 1 title per video and make it as clickable and catchy as you can. So any other parting words before we move on?
I think we gave him a lot to work with right there. So I think it's good to move to the next person.
Yeah, I think so too. Let's take a look here. So Harris Group Real Estate says, thanks for doing these. I have had redesigned my banner on the to-do list for a month. Need to get that done.
I honestly could tell you that I've done my channel banner probably 50,000 times, and now I'm kind of like, whatevs. Right. But I'm going to be changing again because I'm making a huge hair change. I'm chopping my hair off. I'm coloring it. It's going to be completely different.
Really? What color are you going with?
I'm going to surprise everybody. I'm not telling you. So it's going to be one of those things you're like, wow, okay.
I like it. Are you going to go with bright pink? Pink's kind of your color.
I'm not pink. It's not going to be pink, but it's definitely going to be a color that you would be like, really? Okay, that's interesting.
Okay, I look forward to it. So let me see if I can, all right. So let's move on to the next one. Next, we got Casey McCohen. Let me open that up. Let me
K-Mac YouTube. K-Mac.
K-Mac? Oh.
Yeah, K-Mac. That's the name.
Is that what it is?
That's what the YouTube channel is. It's wiggity, 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 Mac. See, K-Mac.
All right. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
All right. So we got K-Mac.
Love the banner.
Investing travel. New videos weekly. K-Mac, yeah. I wonder what that stands for.
I don't know. It's easy to remember though.
Yeah. So you like his banner?
I like the simplicity of it. I do like that. He only has 1 outside source that he wants people to click off of if they're going to click off.
His Instagram, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I just like that. I'm not a big fan of the new weekly video thing. I can think that you could come up with some other value proproposition there. But I do like the simplicity of it, Yeah,
I like
the blue against his like, strawberry blonde hair and beard. And I don't know. I just think it looks really nice.
Yeah, I think it's slick. It's professional. Maybe make this part here, the real estate investing travel, maybe make that a little bit bigger so you can read it a little bit more clearly. But yeah, it's pretty simple. It tells you
mobile though.
What's that? Oh, right.
Like you can't make it too big because then it won't fit mobile.
That's a good point. So 626 subscribers. That's not a bad start at all. So one thing right off the back that I know is that you haven't gone in and clicked on customize channel. And if you do that, then you can curate the content on your homepage and add up to 10 different playlists on your homepage. It's definitely something that you want to do. This is just the default playlist. And you have gone in there and added your channel trailer right here, which is good. But I'm assuming you've got more content. But when somebody clicks on your icon and they go to your channel, this is what they're first presented with. And you can forgive somebody for thinking that you don't have much content. A lot of people are not familiar with YouTube. They don't know that you have to click on videos and then you see all of your content. So that's definitely something you want to do, is go to click on customize channel, add the different playlists to your home screen right here.
And do them horizontal, not vertical playlists.
Right.
Because it takes up too much space. You're giving up a lot of real estate when you put them vertically. So you want to put them horizontally. Does he have any playlists made? Put that in there. See if he has any
Not really.
No, you need to create more playlists. So I would take your content. If you have a bunch of like pros and cons videos, I would put those all in one playlist and start putting those in the front half of your channel, where he was saying where you customize that channel. I would definitely start making some playlists and start adding those to your front page. I would just take your 4 top performing video playlists and put those on the front page.
Right. So that's your homework. That's your homework right now after watching this. Create playlist. Try to create the playlists that have clickable titles, and they're kind of going to be your buckets of content, and then add those to your home page. So when people get there, you can curate what you want them to see first on your channel. What do you think about his icon? Which is
I don't feel one way or the other about it.
Oh, really?
I don't hate it. I don't love it. It's like it's just a guy walked down the street. I think it's fine. There's nothing wrong.
So I think for me, I like my icons. So the background of YouTube is white. So I try to avoid very light colors in the backgrounds. You want big, bright colors. Like Christina's icon is pink, bright pink, right? It's eye-catching. So I try to avoid a lot of light colors. And I feel like, for something like this, you could just literally make it your face. If you just had that icon as that big, beautiful red face of yours, like that would be better than, his
face is pink. His hair is red.
Right. I'm sorry. Yeah. So why I like that is, when you're looking at it from this perspective, somebody would just kind of glance right over this. But if it was bright pink or bright blue or something, or your large face, they may be more apt to click on it and kind of get their attention. And that is a very small thing. I may be nitpicking there.
Well, he could take that image that he already has up front with that blue background that looks, that looks sweet, and just cut that out and put that as his icon.
Yeah, I think, that boom, easy.
Yeah, that way everybody can see into your pretty eyes. Your thumbnails are cluttered as hell, though. You need to stop with the words. You're killing me. You're killing my soul with the amount of words you have going on here.
It's quite a bit going on. Debunking real estate myths, false. Yeah, it's a very busy thumbnail right here. Real estate investment myths debunked.
So you're doing a lot of investment stuff. So I would say I need you to start looking at Graham Stephan and even Meet Kevin. Look at their thumbnails, and they don't have 50,000 words on it. Graham Stephan is the king of not even putting any words. Maybe a doll, he might put one word or a money amount or something like that. Right. But he never does this. So follow his recipe.
I agree with that. That is a lot of text. And this is very common for people to fall into this habit of.
I did it.
Yeah.
No one helped me.
Yeah. That people think that they have to have text in every single thumbnail. And I'm going to challenge you. So create your playlist, make some thumbnails that have 0 text in them, but get people's attention. A lot of people say you want to look at your thumbnail as if it's a stop sign. The whole purpose is just to get somebody's attention, get them to stop scrolling, and then get them to read the title. It's kind of the next step. This one here is not bad. How I 10x my income in 3 years. That's not a bad thumbnail. It could be a little bit better, but it's off to the right track. You have a lot of good elements in this one.
See, I would even have made his face more to the right. I would have
Okay.
made it even bigger so you could see his eyes. The lighting of his face could have been better. It's a little
Yeah.
too dark. And I would have made the money more easily readable. Unless you're like zooming in on that picture, you can't even tell that's money.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, you've got a couple of good elements, but if you posted that in our Facebook group and asked for feedback, I feel like we could have given you some feedback, and this could have been a really great title or a thumbnail. Let's take a look at what your most popular videos are. So $3,000 cash flow. Like, that's a decent thumbnail. I like this one. Your face is a lot bigger. I can see the whites in your eyes.
That's probably my favorite one.
Yeah. And this is a decent thumbnail as well. Houses for free. How to purchase a fourplex with your VA loan. Dude, I love that. I like both of these ones.
But I would have made it free house. Just 2 words, free house.
Yeah.
And then having them like him like doing like this, like pointing over here, like, what? You know, like, check this out. It's a free house, you know?
Yeah. And I'll tell you, it's not a coincidence that your 2 best performing videos have the best thumbnails. That's not a coincidence. Those 2 things are very correlated. Sony A7 III, iPhone 12, how to make the most of your VA loan.
Those like stop right there. From like almost like from that VA loan over to the left are the best thumbnails he has. The travel one and fitness one is good, but I know why it didn't work, because it's a real estate channel and no one cares about travel and fitness when you're on a real estate channel. That isn't going to work for your content strategy at all.
Yeah, I don't think it's not a coincidence at all that your best thumbnails are your top performing videos. As far as your content strategy, you really kind of are all over the place. And I wouldn't recommend that. I would really try to nail down what your channel is going to be about. You doing a lot of tech review stuff, that's not going to help you out. And you also have a lot of travel and fitness stuff in there as well. It's very hard to grow a general channel. You really want to get a little bit more specific about who your target audience is for your channel.
If you want to really want to make bank on YouTube and make it like, if you're trying to make this into like, you're going to try to monetize this and get sponsors and all this stuff, stick to real estate investing. There's a reason why the top YouTube real estate channels are mostly investing, because they make really good money. They make really good CPMs.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's move forward.
All right. Yeah, we gave them some good feedback. All right, so let's get out of this one. Let's see, who else do we have? So we got a couple more comments here. We got Nicole says, "Thank you for doing this. It's so helpful." Yeah, absolutely, Nicole. We love doing this kind of stuff. If you have time, can I get a channel evaluation too, please? Harris Group Real Estate. Yeah. So try posting. Yeah, post a link in the
thread.
The comment. Yeah, if you can find this thread, post a link in that. But you can try post. Oh wait, I'm not even showing you. Yeah, try posting it in the comment section of in the Real Estate YouTube Mastermind Facebook group underneath of this video. And I'll go take a look at it. All right, next one up is Chris Thiel. Let's take a look here.
Love me some Chris Thiel.
Yeah, he's real active in our group. Let's take a look here. So Chris Thiel, can you see his channel?
Oh yeah.
All right, so living in Florida, real estate and lifestyle, new videos weekly. Subscribe. Chris Thiel Remax of Stewart, Flannery team. Yeah, see, I mean, you got quite a bit going on in that banner. You got to subscribe twice, plus you get another subscribe button down here. What are your thoughts, Christina?
I would take off the new weekly video subscribe button. I'd take that off.
I'm a little overwhelmed with it. Yeah, I think, the simpler you can make these things, the better. To Christina's point, you've got a lot of different call to actions over here, a lot of links. Christina talks about how you don't necessarily want to take people away from YouTube to Instagram and Facebook if you don't have to. And I kind of agree with that. The only exception for me is getting them to your website so you can generate leads. And that's why I usually only have my one link there.
Yep.
But yeah, it's a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
If you can simplify that, Annie, I would recommend doing that. Like, you know,
I don't even think you need Chris Thiel, Real Max of Stewart, Flannery team. Like, take that off. Like, if you're going to do that, make it super, super small. It's so unnecessary.
So you do have a channel trailer. Let's take a look at this and let's see how this looks. 2 years old, so let's see.
My name is Chris Thiel, and welcome to my channel. On this channel, I offer some tips and tricks to help you guys navigate either through the home buying or home selling process, as well as showcase some local businesses, as well as some amazing communities right here at the Treasure Coast. I'm a husband, a father of 2 amazing boys, a full-time real estate agent, and a resident of our wonderful Treasure Coast right here in Florida.
Let's fast forward a little bit. What do you think?
It needs to be redone.
Yeah.
Please do me.
They was like right from the get-go, it's very loud, you know, and it's so commercialized. Like at the beginning, people want to connect with a real person, and you have this music and it's so loud and it's like in your face and everything. And a lot of people are going to be like, oh, if you just did that channel trailer and went straight into, hi, I'm Chris Thiel. This is my channel. This is what you're to see on this channel. And this is what I'm going to provide for you for, you know, living in Florida. You would done, but in my opinion, I wouldn't have done that loud music intro right from this get-go start. I think you wasted some time.
I agree. I was pretty overwhelmed. You know, I was kind of overwhelmed with your channel banner. I'm kind of overwhelmed with this as well. And you had this whole part here where it's like a little montage and all this fancy stuff. I would have cut all that out. Try to keep your channel trailer under 30 seconds if you can. You're at 1 minute and 10 seconds. That's probably longer than a lot of people would actually watch it for. And, you know, you were talking about how you're a father and a real estate agent. I would get to that stuff a lot sooner, you know, and these don't have to be really elaborate, just kind of a quick little 30-second thing. And then this video is the only video where you have a giant subscribe button that pops up at the end of it. So what I like to do is tell people subscribe and then end the video kind of abruptly. But you kind of tell them to subscribe, and then you have this thing that kind of pops up. And it's like a good 10 seconds before the big subscribe button pops up. So I would just cut that down a lot shorter. Just kind of keep it simple is what my thoughts are.
Yeah, you can just edit that down.
So you have really just the default playlist on your homepage as well. You got your uploads and popular uploads. So again, you haven't gone in, hit customize channel, and kind of curated what you want on your homepage. And I think that's
playlist.
All right, let's take a look at the playlists here. Do you have these? Yeah, you got a few.
Yeah, you could. I would put your playlists, like 4 good playlists, right at the front of your YouTube channel. And I would even, to me, I would get rid of popular uploads and put. If I was to do the popular uploads, I would do that like 1 or 2 down. But I would put your playlists with those popular videos at the front, so that way people could want to binge watch the rest of the videos. If they picked out one, they would maybe watch more if they had that, could see that in a playlist at the front of the page.
Right, I agree with that as well. Some of these thumbnails, I you know, they're not bad. Some of them are not bad at all.
Yep.
I guess that's really your style, to be loud and bright and colorful and kind of in your face. I mean, that's kind of reflected in your channel trailer, your channel banner, and in your thumbnails. They're all very loud and kind of in your face.
One of my favorite thumbnails is right there. Is should you buy or rent in Florida?
Right.
Well, I think his title would have done better if he had said, should I buy or rent a home in Florida?
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't specific enough to curate it in the YouTube sphere.
Real stuff you must know before moving to Stewart.
Stewart. Okay,
All
that
right.
was a little too specific because Stewart is a very small town. So
Oh, is
I
it?
would, yeah. So I would have said real stuff you must know before moving to Florida. You would have probably done better because I
Mhm.
mean, Ari, you didn't know if it was small or not. If you've never heard of it and you don't know what it is, and people outside of Florida, like it's a small town. Stewart's small in comparison to like Miami, Orlando, Tallahassee. Can you name any other cities in Florida?
Orlando. No,
Yeah. So if
Fort
you're not
Myers.
in those cities that where everybody can name them, you need to be more specific that it's Florida.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of these are not bad. Again, if you can, the fewer words, the better. That's kind of how you got to look at it. The fewer words, the better. Let's see what his top videos are. So top videos. So big mansion in Stewart, Florida. Oh, that's great. That video did so well for you. I mean, I do
It's
kind
a
of
pretty
yeah,
thumbnail.
yeah. And remember on the last video, our last guy's channel, I was telling you that that's what does well for thumbnails on these types of videos is just the house. You don't necessarily need a face on there.
Mm-hmm.
Zoom calls, 7 types of Zoom callers. Okay, so that's a little bit more of a different value proposition. That's more of like for real estate agents or for business professionals. Wait, selling your home in 2020. Are you selling your home? Okay, get your home ready to sell. That one looks familiar. Martin County, Florida, how to get your house ready to sell. Welcome to your channel. And then you're doing a lot of listing videos. Okay. Let's watch one of his videos. I'm kind of curious. So like if they're kind of bright and loud, like a lot of other stuff is on his channel. Well, I'm going to watch the first 30 seconds of your video. That's the most important part.
Have you been thinking about moving to Florida? With COVID, bad weather, and all sorts of things, many people have thought this exact same thing. However, there's a very important thing to look at before you pack your bags and put your house on the market. That is the cost of living. So in this video, I'm going to break down the cost of living so that when you move here, you'll have a better idea of where and how much your money will be spent. I know you love beaches, theme parks, snorkeling, airboats, fishing, boating, and of course, the warm weather. There is a reason Florida is one of the top vacation destinations in all of the U.S.
I actually like that.
I love it. That was a great hook. That was so good. Good job, Chris. That was a good hook.
Yeah, I thought that was great. Like you had some nice B-roll in there. It was relevant. You're getting right to the point. You're hooking them. You're telling them what the video is going to be about. I thought that was a pretty good start to the video.
Very good. Love it.
Yeah, great job. As far as that title goes, cost of living in Florida, maybe you could spice that up a little bit.
The real cost or the actual cost. Right.
You can add a few adjectives to that just to make it, just kind of spice it up a little bit.
A little more juicy, a little bit more bite to it.
Yeah,
more colorful. Make your titles as loud as you know how you could be. He's talented. He really is talented. I've seen several of his videos. He has a lot of talent, but I think he gets lost in the titles and the thumbnails sometimes.
Like retiring to Florida. That's not necessarily a very clickable titles. 10 things to know before retiring to Florida. That may be a better title for a video like that. Or real things to know before retiring to Florida.
The real cost of retiring in Florida.
Yeah. Jensen Beach, Florida neighborhoods.
What retirees should know before they move here.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just different. That you could just spice that up a little bit. A few more words to make it a little bit more
juicy.
Clickable. Yeah, a little more juicy, I think.
A little more saturated. Saturated.
Oh my goodness. You're gonna get us demonetized here, Christina, with all that.
We'd have to be monetized first to be demonetized.
Oh, right, yeah.
Good call, right?
But yeah, man, I think overall you're doing great. You're doing a lot of things right, and you kind of gotta keep at it. And really just your titles, and try to use a few less words in your thumbnails if you can. Try to have a little bit more emotion. You do have emotion, like just these 4 here. I'll have a lot of emotion in those thumbnails.
Mm-hmm.
So just kind of keep it up. But yeah, good job, man. I like how you started that video. All right, let's see here. Jenna says, just came in a few minutes ago. I was waiting on Facebook. I added my channel on the thread, but not sure if I missed getting some feedback. You guys are so great for doing this. I'll see if I can find those. I'll pull up the next one and see if I can jump in and find a few more of these who are actually live with us today.
I got a new chair.
Hey, congrats.
Thanks.
Look at that. Oh, man, you got a full-on gamer chair.
I did. You know why? Because, okay, so if you actually went in and got a computer chair, and in the computer chair section, something very similar to this was $250. And my daughter goes, well, Mom, just go get a gamer chair. And I was like, you know what? That's not a bad idea. And it has massaging back and everything.
Whoa. I got a new chair not that long ago. I love this thing.
I'm going to tilt all the way back. This thing's badass. Excuse my French.
That's when you need to take a nap between editing videos after you're sitting there for 5 hours. Like, I need a nap.
My old chair was over 10 years old. It had lost its we've been peeling and stuff. And when the headrest started cracking, I went, okay, it's time to let this go.
Yeah. Mine used to make noises. I'd be filming videos and just moving around and make these clicking noises, and I had to just stop using it because of that. All right, what are your thoughts? It's simple. It's a simple banner, but yeah, I'm not feeling it.
No. Well, the emotion on his face right now looks like he's being forced. Yeah. Like if I'm looking at him point, he looks like, oh. Like almost like he's a captive in war, just my opinion, like right. I would have something like more like, more friendly, I guess would say, or more inviting, a more inviting pose.
That idea
to me.
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I would just have a more inviting pose there. In your value proposition to learn about living in Utah, I would be like, living the Utah life. That would be, to me, that'd be more interesting. You just want to hear me twice.
I know. I'm trying to find these other, the other trailers.
Yeah. I would get rid of that subscribe thing. I would get rid of the new videos every week. I would have, for me, Utah is one of the most beautiful states in the United States. So I would have a picture of Utah as your background image. I put a drop shadow behind you. That blue kind of background says nothing. And then I would have your image is now that you're talking about a profile image. His profile image is pointing his eyes towards the menu bar. It should be flipped around.
Interesting. Never thought about it.
It should be going towards the actual channel and your stuff. It's pointing the wrong direction. Your face is.
Yeah. So I agree about the banner that, yeah, man, Utah is beautiful. Have a big, beautiful picture of Utah behind you. Have it all kind of blurred out a little bit. You can totally do that in Canva. I kind of like subscribe to learn about living in Utah, or, maybe you could spice that up a little bit. Subscribe to learn about the best parts about living in Utah, the best things. Maybe you could spice it up a bit. Yeah. Your face in there, you look very strained in that. Almost a little constipated, Yeah,
right. My back is killing me.
I need a gamer chair. My back's killing me. Yeah.
I have my sciatica.
Yeah, maybe a different photo for that.
Yes. Yeah.
And it looks like you probably pulled this together on Canva, pretty quickly. Canva has templates for channel banners for YouTube. So you can get one. You can also go to Fiverr for $15-20. You can have a really awesome one made.
I recommend that because I've honestly killed myself over banners. I hate them. I hate making them because I always mess up the lining of the whatever. I can't stand them.
Yeah. But so, to give you some credit, I like that you have your value proposition in your banner. I do like that.
It's not cluttered. It's not cluttered.
It's simple. Obviously you didn't invest a lot of time in it. It's pretty clear So I don't want to rip you too much for it, but yeah, I would definitely put a little bit more time into that. You did go through and you're curating the content on your homepage, which a lot of people haven't been doing today. So good on you for doing that. All right, let's jump into your thumbnails. So again, kind of the same thing. Your face is so small in all of these. I'm not sure what's going on with you in this one here. You got yourself all squished together there. Again, you know, this, I think it's the same picture that we weren't really all that wild about. It's kind of a forced smile that you have there. Yeah, you know, getting people to click on your videos is very important on YouTube. And your thumbnails is not something you kind of want to, you know, just kind of gloss over. You do want to spend a good amount of time on your thumbnails for your videos. And it, you know, I just feel like you could spend more time on a lot of these. You're doing live streams, which is pretty cool. Good for you for doing that. Christina's really doubling down on live streams. She's been doing them weekly for what, a very long time now. How long have you been doing the live streams for? 6 months?
Yeah, probably, because I had the COVID blues and I didn't want to put out a video, so I was like, oh, just do a live stream instead. I will give you a big tip that I did not know when I was live streaming, and I found out as I was live streaming this year. You have to treat your live stream just like you would treat a video. So you have to give it just as much respect as far as a thumbnail and a title as you would for any other video that you do. Because not only will people watch it during the time that it's live, they'll watch it afterwards if it's titled correctly and it has a good thumbnail. I'm shocked that people, like, 10,000 people watch an hour and a half long freaking live stream after the fact. I mean, I'm always shocked by that, because a lot of times at the end of my live streams, I'll say, look, if you're having a hard time finding a buyer's agent in your area, give me an email and I'll set you up with a real estate agent I know, because I'm connected with over 5,000 agents across the country. Sure enough. So I always get an email. Oh, I just finished watching your live stream. I wanted to see if you can connect me with a real estate agent. That's how I know they're watching it to the end. But that's because I treat those live streams just as well as I would treat a video, like as far as the title and the thumbnail is concerned.
Yeah. I mean, your live streams, you're creating content that can live on if you title it that way. And a lot of your live streams are just, let me find them again. It's just live Q&A and then the date, comments answered. Like somebody like Javier, a lot of his live streams are pretty simple. It's just like answering your real estate questions. Even something like that would be better than live Q&A. But yeah, to Christina's point, if you can make your live stream about a specific topic and have a really catchy thumbnail and title for it, like that's what she does for all her live streams. That's definitely like the best practice for that.
Scroll up a little bit. He has one thumbnail that I really liked. And I bet you that was probably one of his top. Stop right there. The fire, 26% down, California, and the arrow. Look, I bet it's
4,000, almost 5,000 views in 6 months. Yeah, he's got the fire. He's got very little text in there. Makes you very curious.
I would, if I were you, if it was me, I would make more videos about Californians moving to Utah, because I know for a fact that Utah is a hot place for people to move to from California. Utah, Phoenix, Arizona, Austin, Texas, Dallas, Texas, even Montana. A lot of people are moving to those areas. But if it was me and I was a real estate agent, I would be all over that like white on rice. I mean, seriously, that is like California moving to Utah is it would be a great bucket of content for you.
Yeah. What you really want to figure out on any channel is what are your buckets of content? What are your series going to be? And you could have a whole series of moving from California to Utah, or any other state to Utah, and kind of comparing the two. I was saying before how your thumbnail, your face is very small in almost all of these. Like, look at this one. That's so tiny.
The little thirds.
Yeah. It's not a coincidence that the one with your biggest face in it is also your best performing video. It's because your face is so large in there. Yeah, man, your face is so tiny in this. Just don't have it in there or make it really large. That's really what you want to do with these.
I love that Utah laws be aware. That to me is like that's something that makes people go, what? Because everybody knows that every state has really silly laws, like they all do. I would watch that.
Yeah, that's a clickable topic for a video.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. Yeah, I mean, I would say a lot of these you could completely redo your thumbnails. And
I would make another video on that though. Sorry, I had to think this because I will go out of my head. I would make another video like the most ridiculous real estate laws in YouTube in Utah. I keep saying YouTube in Utah. I'd be like the silliest real estate laws in Utah. And I bet you if you connected those two videos together, at the end of this video and in your cards, you connected that one, you probably get a lot of traction on it and within 30 days.
Yeah. I mean, so much of this is kind of looking through your channel, figure out what's working and try to recreate that magic, So obviously fire works really well in a lot of thumbnails, and moving from one place to Utah, like that could be a bucket of content. Laws in Utah could be a bucket of content. I see a few pros and cons videos here. Pros and cons could be a bucket of content that you keep creating more content like that. And that's a big part of YouTube, is figuring out what's working for your audience and try to recreate that magic.
Yeah. Well, let's move on to the next person because I'm trying to help as many people as we can because I know there's lots of people that came through.
Yeah. All right. So Kyle Harris, I pulled up his channel here. Let me go ahead and find that. Nope. Hold on. Here we go. I got it right here.
Yes, Joshua. We're still taking them.
Yeah. We're still taking those. So let's take a look here. So I like his thumbnails just from the get-go. I like that you've curated the content there. All right. So what do you think of the banner here?
I hate his banner.
Keller Williams, Montgomery Realty, Harris Group Real Estate, Bozeman, Belgrade, Big Sky, Manhattan, Three Forks. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't really know what the channel is about or what to expect or why I should subscribe to your channel. You just have your real estate team name and a bunch of branding. Like, I'm totally confused by that.
There's no value proposition. It's just, it's word vomit. That's what I call it. You got to think like what most people have to look at it is what is it in it for them to even watch your channel. So if you're just the random Joe going through YouTube and happen to land on your channel, what on that banner would make a person even want to watch one of your videos? There's nothing in that message that you're putting on the banner, that first, like almost like your cover letter to your channel. This is like your cover letter to your channel. What makes them want to open the book? There's nothing on there that makes them want to open the book. There's nothing.
Yeah. It's just word vomit there. Make that much smaller, stick that off to the side. And then what is the value of the channel? If you think about it, people don't really look at your channel banner all that often. Really, one main time. That's when they first discover your content and they're trying to decide, should I subscribe to your channel or not? And that's really what you want to use that is use your channel banner to convert viewers into subscribers. Tell them why they should subscribe. Subscribe for real estate strategies and advice in buying your next home or whatever it may be. But just try to make it as clear as possible what the value is to them subscribing to your channel. So we got a channel trailer here, 21 seconds. All right, we can stand 21 seconds. Let's see how your trailer is.
You did it.
You found us.
I'm Kyler.
And I'm Taylor. We're real estate agents in Bozeman, Montana. And on this channel, we talk about living in Montana, Bozeman, and real estate.
We have a lot of fun along the way, and we've even gone as far as hiring a bear to make our videos more interesting for you. So make sure and click subscribe and ring that bell because we're putting out videos every week and you aren't going to want to miss it.
I would have started with the bear. I would have started with the bear. I would have flipped that around. I would have started with the bear.
Yeah, you definitely could add that bear in there earlier, but I like that. You very clearly explained to them why they should subscribe. Put that similar type of feeling in your channel banner as well. And I like how short it is. You tell them to subscribe, you end it, and boom, that's the purpose of a channel banner. All right, let's get to your thumbnails. I'm actually pretty happy with a lot of these.
Yeah.
A lot of these are really great. I love the consistent branding with the white on red, the white and red, like people can easily recognize that that's one of your videos. You got great big faces in there, buy versus rent. I like it when you make eye contact with the camera. And it does seem like you're not making eye contact in a lot of these.
And that's that is true. Like I've taken a couple thumbnail webinars or whatever. Jeremy Vest is one of those ones that will flat out tell you people want to have that connection. And if you can connect with the camera and a photograph on a thumbnail, people will connect and click on your video as well.
Yeah. So many of these, you're not making eye contact. This one you are. I remember this one. I think you must have posted that in RETV or something. Yeah, I like those a lot. Let's see what your most popular ones are. Yeah, of course, this is a very clickable thumbnail. And almost 4,000 views in 3 months. That's really solid for a video like that.
Well, I mean, you got a bear that's about to eat his face. That's a that's a good thumbnail.
Right.
It's a very good thumbnail.
Will it pop? Yeah, will it really say bubble pop in 2021?
He was working on that one. He did post that one when he was doing it. The Will It Pop one. Because he had another image of another house and stuff. So yeah.
That's not a bad thumbnail. I will say that's a 6-minute long video. If you can make those types of videos longer, they tend to perform a little bit better. So even if you had a 50% audience retention, that's only 3 minutes of watch time that you're getting on a shorter video like that. A lot of these, if you could just make these videos a little bit longer, I think that would really help your channel out a lot. A lot of these are under 5 minutes or so. This one's pretty good. Only a 4-minute long video. Let's see, face to face with a grizzly bear. But yeah, I mean, I think I really like the direction that you're going with your thumbnails. Definitely keep that up. Yeah, so you just got to figure out what your content bucket of contents are and really start pumping out the content. So you don't have a whole lot of content on your channel, at least recently. And that's really where having a studio comes in place. Christina and I, we just sit down and start pumping out that content. It looks like 3 weeks ago was the last time you made kind of a talking head video. So I would really you need more content and try to make that content a little bit longer if you can. All right. So I think that's good for him. Yeah, you guys are definitely on the right track with your channel. Let's take a look here. So we got a lot of comments here. All right. So I gotta dig in and see if I can find those. Good morning, Mark. How are you today? Let's take a look at another channel here. Let's take a look at Dennis's channel.
I have to you start. I have to use the little girl's room. I've drank tea all morning, so my bladder's full. I'll be right back.
Oh my goodness. TMI. Oh God, turn off your camera. Turn off your microphone. All right, let's take a look here. Let me share my screen. And where were we? We're at Dennis's channel here. So does your future include the serenity of Spokane? I mean, that's kind of a cool value proposition there. I will say that the white does kind of blend in. It doesn't really pop out all that much. It's a little bit hard to read your channel banner here. Add a drop shadow, add something to the background and make that text pop out a little bit more. And maybe, near nature, near perfect. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe tweak that a little bit to make it a little bit more clear that you're making content about Spokane real estate. I feel like your channel banner here could use some work. Let's see. So you got a Spokane, Washington top 5 reasons to move here. So yeah, not everybody has the channel trailer. Some people do like to just have one of their most popular videos as their channel trailer. And there's a lot of big YouTubers who do that pretty successfully. And I think that's perfectly fine to do that as well. So again, you have uploads and popular uploads. You don't have you haven't curated the content yet on here to kind of your favorite playlist on the front page of your home screen. And you do have a few playlists here. So go into customize channel, add those to your home screen. If you go into videos, So I will say that you've got consistent branding. So you've been putting out videos for a long time, years now. So good on you for that. So Spokane growth pains. So obviously, you know, what's everybody going to say? You're going to say you have a lot of text in your thumbnails. This is a lot of text. It's a little overwhelming. And it looks like the photos that you're using in here, you're most likely just taking like a screen grab. That's not always the best strategy. A better strategy would actually pose for your photo. You get better quality pictures that way and get a better, like more emotion in there. Truthfully, I'm not wild about these thumbnails at all. Yeah, don't hesitate to completely redo all of these thumbnails. I think green and orange, you know, that's not really my favorite color combination. But let's take a look here. Spokane, Washington, Growth Pains, Part 5. So you have a really nice camera.
So in this video, we talk about the public infrastructure.
All right, so we're gonna watch the first 30 seconds of this. I'm gonna give you some feedback. So yeah, you obviously are putting in a lot of work. You've got a nice camera and a nice, you know, blurred background and everything. All right, we're gonna watch the first 30 seconds. And what I'm looking for is I want you to hook me and get my attention, kind of tell me what the video is gonna be about, maybe have some kind of call to action that's optional, and then get right to the content as soon as possible. So let's see if you do that in the first 30 seconds.
So in this video, we talk about the public infrastructure projects currently ongoing to support our growth. And it is divided into 3 segments. First, we talk about the new roads, then the expansion at the airport.
You kind of lost my attention there.
You need some B-roll to support what you're saying. So you're like, I would have like imagery of the roads. I would have some imagery of the things that you're actually saying that you're going to talk about. Just to have the specific talking head type of videos, you better have a pretty dynamic personality to be able to pull that off. And usually it's, you know, somebody that makes a little joke or, you know, like winks at the camera like Chris Thale did. You got to have some kind of imagery to support what you're saying so people don't get bored.
So let me try another one of his videos. Maybe that's just kind of a one-off video. Let's see how this one does. If you get my attention in the first 30 seconds.
So in this video, Bruce talks about the businesses that are moving into Spokane. This is important to understand why he is so bullish about the 5-year economic outlook for the city. And if you don't know who Bruce Jollycore is, I suggest that you go back and watch part 1 of this video series.
Yeah, it didn't really hold my attention. So it looks like these are like Zoom calls, and then he's creating a custom intro for it, which is cool. But yeah, no, it's just the topic. That's really not keeping my interest. So I'm willing to bet you have very low click-through rates on your thumbnails and your videos, and it's probably very low audience retention rate as well. People are probably not watching your content very long.
In order to get those Zoom call type of interviews to work as a video, you have to cut them up and edit them like a video. You have to add B-roll. You have to add some words to it. You have to add some articles. When they mention an article, you have to add as much as possible. I've done it, and in order to make that work, that's the only way I've made a Zoom call work.
Yeah. I mean, at least you're not just uploading the Zoom call. A lot of people do that, and that's definitely a mistake. You are trying to put a little effort into it. All right, let me give you one last shot here. See how this one does. This is not a Zoom call, I'm guessing. Let's see if you hook my attention with this one.
The top 10 neighborhoods.
So right off the bat, you have like 2 seconds of like dead air time that I would have edited out of the video. But let's say
in Spokane. And today I'm here to show you one of them after the first major snowfall of the season.
Yeah. So yeah, you know,
This one's better.
That is better. That one, you didn't really start off with a hook. You're instead just kind of reiterating what the title is. You know, I would have started off a little bit more energy. You want to have high energy. Start off like, in this video, I'm going to share with you guys the top 10 neighborhoods in Spokane, Washington. And we just had our very first snowstorm. So I'm going to take you a tour of this beautiful neighborhood, show you what it looks like covered in snow. Come along. Let's go. Just a high energy, a little bit more energy to that, and try to hook them a little bit more.
Even if he didn't actually, even because of the fact that it was beautiful and it was all that snow, if you had almost like a drone shot or a visual shot of like no words, nothing, just that, because people find snow to be beautiful. If he had done that at the beginning and maybe just done a voiceover of that part, it probably would have resonated a little bit better.
So, okay. So, Dennis, I want to give you a challenge. I want your next video to have 0 text in your thumbnail. Just try that out and see if you can do that. See if you can still get people's attention with 0 text, because you're definitely overusing text. And I don't think it's a coincidence that your best performing videos have the least amount of text in them in the thumbnails. As a general rule of thumb, a lot of people say try to have less than 5 words in your title. But if you can have even less than that, it's still pretty good. I mean, these ones are your best thumbnails, and they don't have much text in them. You know, some of these are really overwhelming. You have like a whole novel in there that you wrote on your thumbnail.
Yeah,
so,
that's too much. Too much.
All right, I think that's good for that. All right, so we're actually at an hour. We've got a few more comments. Sorry guys, we didn't get to everybody's channel. We'll do this again. We like doing these. Brad says, thanks for doing this. Hope you guys have the time to make it to my channel, living in Southern Oregon. Christina gave me some pointers about a month ago. I think I've implemented them pretty well. Yeah, if you guys don't know, you can actually hire Christina and I for one-on-one consultations. We can go take a much deeper dive into your YouTube channels. If you guys go over to youtubeleadgen.com, you can schedule a consultation with us, and we'll dive much deeper and spend a whole hour just going through your own channel.
I got my friend with me. She's doing her best. Hey, Daisy, say hi.
Hi, Daisy.
That's my new, I have a new cam for my live streams. I've been throwing my dog on there.
I love that. You got a dog cam.
I got a dog cam.
So Harris says, thanks so much. Great info to work with. Yeah, Harris, I mean, really, you guys just need to put out more content. You need to figure out your systems that you guys can put out more content. Having a studio, doing talking head videos, make it much easier to put out a lot of content.
More bear. You need more bear.
More bear. Yeah. Thanks for doing this, guys. Christina gave me some pointers about a month ago. I think I implemented them well. Hopefully, you guys have the time to take a look at my channel. I think we're pretty much wrapping up for today. Be amazing to get some feedback on my channel. Yeah, sorry, guys. Hey, guys, I love the glasses, Christina.
They're so I was getting migraines all the time, and I hadn't had migraines in years. Come to find out, it was strain from looking at the computer all day. So they're like, I had that LASIK surgery years ago. These are just reflective glasses because of staring into the screens. It works. So if you have a problem with that, get the glasses. They're cheap. You can even find them at Best Buy.
Yeah, and they make you look really cool.
Yeah, that make me look like I'm actually intelligent for a change.
All right. Yeah,
we can't do one more. We can't do.
All right, you want to do one more?
Let's do one more for the go. We got people. We have an audience.
We got a. All right. Well, let's. This was the list here. Was Mark on the live stream? I think he may be. Let's take a look at Mark.
Let's go ahead and do Mark.
All right, Mark. We're going to take a look at your channel here.
Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Mark. So 3,000 subscribers. That's pretty good. The Mark Loeffler Experience, Real Estate Investing, Financial Independence, Interviews with Experts. So I like a few things that you're doing here, and I don't like a few things that you're doing here. I like that you're just kind of throwing it out there, what the value is. Real estate investing, financial independence, interview with experts. I will say that text kind of blends in the background. It doesn't really stick out all that much. I don't like that your photo is pointing away. You're looking away. It's kind of odd. At least look towards us. It's almost like you have your back turned to us. This is kind of subconsciously. I feel like there's a lot of negative vibes going on with you facing away from us, which is kind of odd.
The value proposition is the Mark Loeffler Experience. I don't know who Mark Loeffler is, and I don't care what experience you have as a viewer. You gotta. What's the value in that? Like, unless you're somebody famous, if you're Gary Vee, yeah, then you want the Gary Vee experience, but nobody knows who you are or cares. So tell them what they're going to get from this channel.
Right. I agree with that. And you literally have it right beneath that as well. The Mark Loeffler Experience. So yeah, you can totally get rid of that. Take that text you have below and move that up and make that bigger and easier to read what the value is of your channel. So you don't have a channel trailer. You've got one of your top videos instead, and that's perfectly fine. A lot of big YouTubers do that. Again, you haven't curated the content on your homepage yet. You need to go into customize channel and add your playlist to that.
I've done React videos, so I want to. I'm going to help him with his title really quick. Okay. All right. So you have the same face as him. So I would redo this thumbnail altogether. I would remove the box behind you, and I would make it like almost disgusted face, or like a what, like oh my god, like really, that kind of face, right, towards his face, and then make one power word that will. Because you almost look like the same person. You're wearing the same color shirt as he is. There's no opposing images. It looks blended together. You have to have opposite of what the other person is you're reacting to. So make something that makes it stick out. And instead of putting reacting to Graham, I would put Graham Stephan loses $2 million, realtor reacts, or real estate agent reacts. That's more catching than reacting to Graham Stephan's, because nobody cares that you're reacting to it, but they do care about the Graham Stephan losing $2 million. So that's where I'd flip that title around.
Yeah, I think you're kind of right. I'm not wild about the title. Reacting to Graham Stephan losing $2 million. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I would change that title around, play with it, because you're kind of right. Like, it's just some guy reacting. Like, who really cares about that? But yeah, another thing is with your titles, just capitalize every word in your title. Like you have losing is not capitalized, to is not capitalized, everything else is. Over here, you have everything's capitalized except for the word do. And some people will tell you like, oh, well, you don't want to capitalize words like a and to and stuff. But I just capitalize everything in the title. What are your thoughts? Do you capitalize words like
I capitalize every word, every word. And it just because it, like, if you look at the headline of a newspaper, that's what they do. And your titles are the headline of the newspaper. Your thumbnail is the image on the front of that newspaper. So you got to do it right. I love this one where his head's upside down though. Stock market crash. But see, I would have something stock market crash. I would have fire, because I would have had fire behind that sign. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you why, because if you look at the other videos in that specific niche about the stock market crashing, they all have fire behind it.
Yeah. Fire just works really well for whatever reason right now.
Even,
go ahead.
Even Kevin, Kevin, he doesn't normally do like fire or anything like that. I just saw he had a thumbnail and almost the whole thing was fire.
Right.
He usually just does a screenshot of himself and he's like, but this one, it was like all fire. It was so funny. I was like, see, fireworks.
And then again, you have some words that are not capitalized. In almost every single title, you have a couple of words that are not capitalized while other ones are. Running the numbers on my new, and I don't want to give you too hard at the time. I'm super dyslexic, so I do stuff like that all the time. Just simple rule of thumb, capitalize every word in your titles. A lot of these thumbnails I actually like.
I love the leaving Toronto.
Yeah, I think you're doing really well on a lot of these thumbnails.
I like the one that's is Canada housing market starting to slow. So that's a little long. So I would say what's the whole title? Is the Canadian housing market starting to show what? What is it?
Cheapest I've ever.
Show cracks.
Okay. I would make that the cracks in the Canadian housing market.
Right. Yeah.
Shorten that up.
If you can make a title shorter and still convey it, that's better. So even just take out the word is the, so Canadian housing market showing cracks, question mark, and just from that, you eliminated to show and you eliminated is the, and it's still conveying the exact same thing. And it's a much shorter, more concise title.
You've eliminated 7 characters by removing all of that. So that's a lot.
Here we go. I went and just looked at most popular videos. Look how many of those videos have fire in them. That is hilarious.
Shocking. That is not surprised. Not at all.
Starting to see a trend here. And it looks like he picked up on that trend. He must have realized that as well, that right now, Fire is really working out. 12 months from now, Fire may be kind of used up and people are a little tired of it. But right now, that's a big trend in YouTube. And I love that a lot of your top videos have no text in them or very, very little minimum text in them. So yeah, great job on your thumbnails for these. Yeah, I like a lot of these a lot.
Yeah.
You know, and you're obviously studying, you know, Graham Stephan and Meet Kevin and a few other people. Maybe Meet Kevin doesn't even have good titles or thumbnails.
He has good titles. He has good, terrible thumbnails.
Right, right.
Terrible thumbnails. But I mean, I guess in his opinion, does he really need them? I mean, he's pumping out content every week. People watch it anyway.
He's pumping out like 3 videos a day. Like, yeah.
I know.
All right, so let's watch the first 30 seconds of one of these videos here. And let's see if you get my attention in the first 30 seconds.
People are saying, well, this is going to spike. Interest rates are going to go up. I think we're kind of going to see leveling off. I think it overcorrected down to, what's this level? Like 0.6? Like, that's silly. That's just silly. I'm not even on steroids. Like, that's on steroids, on coke, on crack, on heroin. Like, that's just, I don't even know. Like, just mind-blowing how much money would be flowing at that interest rate, right?
When you're talking about illegal drugs on I would like literally go into your YouTube studio right now, remove that section of your video. Like, honest to God, do never talk about illegal substances, even as a joke, because they don't know the difference. Take that. You can go into YouTube studio, edit that section out. I would take it out right now.
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't look like your video is doing all that well. Anyway, so yeah, maybe, yeah, completely edit that out. I'll be honest, that really didn't hook me. It really didn't get my attention. That may be that looked almost like as a clip from a live stream or something. So maybe that's why, maybe that's a little bit different. Let's give you another shot here with this one. See if you hook me and get my attention the first 30 seconds.
So they say $24,000 a year for expenses. So
make eye
I'm just going to
contact.
share with you guys.
You're not
when I
looking at
see
me.
a nice round number like that,
Look
on
at
a
me.
pro forma, I just call bullshit because it's never like a nice round number. So that tells me they haven't actually gone back and.
Yeah, now you lost my attention there.
There's a good reason why that if you see the big YouTubers, they bleep out, they'll go like, woo, when they do cuss words and stuff like that, because that's automatic demonetization as soon as you use a curse word. As soon as you use a curse word. And I get it. I really love to swear. I mean, honest to God, I have the biggest potty mouth ever, and I have to really be careful because I'm monetized and I want to keep those videos going. So,
yeah, you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot with a lot of that stuff. And if you could avoid that type of language, YouTube wants ad-friendly content. You know, they're going to make more money if your content's ad-friendly. You know, so there's kind of a conspiracy theory that they do promote they'll promote videos that are more ad-friendly than non-videos. It's hard to say that.
Conspiracy, though. It's not even like a theory. The thing is that they know, because the first apocalypse happened because people were doing all sorts of kooky stuff, and there they have a Hasbro ad running on their video that's about something that is inappropriate for children. So
right.
that happened the first time, and they learned their lessons. So the algorithm's smart enough. They see it. They've already, even if you never closed captioned your video, they already know it. Their machines are listening to your video. They've already captioned it themselves. They know when you're cussing. They know when you're talking about heroin.
Right. Yeah, I wouldn't talk about all that stuff.
When the pandemic started, I had said the word coronavirus. My video was demonetized instantly.
Yeah.
Instantly.
But yeah, man, I mean, I like your thumbnails a lot. I think your videos could start off with better hooks. I mean, it kind of seems like you're taking clips out of a talking show or something that you do. Maybe make a dedicated hook at the start of those videos. Like in this video, I'm going to share with you guys, you know, is the market crashing? And make eye contact and just to add that to your show there.
Or you do something like, they're lying to you about our housing market. This is what's really going on.
Right.
Yeah, and then people will be like, "What do you mean? Who's lying to me? I want to know."
I do like your thumbnails a lot. It'd be amazing to get some feedback on.
We just did that.
Yeah. Titles are my weak point, to be sure. How much for a 101? I'm just getting started and would love to get getting started. Yeah, head on over to youtubeleadgen.com. You can find out all that information about how to get a one-on-one consultation with Christina and I. We have so much fire. Yeah, fire's doing really well. Thanks, fixing that now. Yeah, your titles are really where you could use some improvement. And then I think the hooks at the start of your videos are really where you can use some improvement.
Look in the camera. Look at the person that you're like trying to talk to. Have that connection.
Yeah. All right, guys. I think that's a good place to wrap it up. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining us today. We're going to start doing this more often. We love giving you guys some feedback. We'll come up with a better system for doing feedbacks because when you guys post a link, I can't really click on it in this. All right, Christina's doing the outro dance. All right, hold on. I'm going to play our outro. All right, everybody. We will see you on the next one.